So I am just going to walk you guys through the vision that I am having here, and it's unfolding in real time. So I'm seeing this really beautiful flower. There's so many petals that are in it. It is red, and it's got yellow and green. In the center, at first it was showing it opening up, and now it's just showing itself in full form, looking really, beautiful. And now I'm seeing, one petal falling off, and some of the petals starting to dry and wilt a little bit. And now it's getting even more wilted, and now even the stem is losing its form, and it's slumped over. This flower is done for, and I must say that it was picked, so it's just a single flower that was not attached at the root. And so now I'm seeing it being tossed outside, and it's just on the ground, and it's beginning to decay, and it's getting darker and darker, and it seems as though like the more that the sun shines on it, and the muddier the earth is underneath it, it's decomposing very quickly. And so now it's actually just turning into energy. And so I'm seeing this really beautiful, which this was not the color of the flower, but I'm seeing this really beautiful blue, pink, yellow energy that is now where that flower was. And so the wind really kicks up here, and it's carrying this energy, and it's blowing it, and it's taking it all the way. And I'm seeing a bunny outside. It feels like this is very far away, kind of sniffing and knowing, what is this? And and as he's sniffing, he's taking some of that energy into his lungs. I'm seeing this, same colored energy go in his lungs. Sniff, sniff. He keeps some of it within him, but then he breathes out, and the wind comes, and so it's carrying it. I hear the rest of the way. And so it's now kind of dispersing into these tiny little particles, and some of it is going to a tree. Some of it is going up into the clouds. Oh, okay, and then in the clouds, it's actually accumulating in some water that is there, which will eventually turn into rain. And so now it's falling down as rain, and it's falling down on a wheat field. And so I'm seeing this grain it's already, looks what I would consider to be harvestable, this wheat. But that rain has gone down, and it's soaking up in the roots, okay? And so then it's taking it up into the plant, and now this energy is in the actual grain in this wheat. And now a combine is coming, and it harvests it, and there's just it's so slight in this huge load of grain that they have. There's just a few grains with this energy that is in it. And now it's going to a mill. They're grinding it down into flour, and I'm seeing it being put in a bag. And then a woman is shopping. She's pushing on her cart, and she's putting a bag of flour. And it's here's a plug for them, I guess. It's Robin Hood flour. This bag. Okay, so she takes it home. She's baking, and she's baking a loaf of bread. And then her kids come home, and she cuts them a nice big fat piece of it, and is putting some nice butter on there, and then the kids are eating this. And the little girl in particular, is she the only one? Yeah, she's the only one. So there's a little girl in this house, and she's getting the essence. She's getting essentially the energy that is from this original flower, but she's getting it into her body. Okay, and I see it traveling up into her brain. It looks like these little tiny hearts, and it's just doing really loving, wonderful things for her. Okay, so the energy is now transferred into her. And it stays with her here in this part of her brain until eventually, she gets really old and passes, and then that energy returns back to the earth in a similar but very different fashion than how she received it in the first place. Okay, let's go deeper here. What does this mean? So it's really showing the unity and the oneness of all things. I had a similar message like this come through. It was about a banana, but it was, kind of different the other day in one of our Christ Light circles that we had. Okay. So this is about unity, and it's giving of oneself means giving of one's energy. Okay, this is cool. Okay, so this flower, right, it had to give its life to release its energy, but it's saying people are not this way. We don't have to give our life to give our energy. We can freely give our energy. So I'm going to do that right now. So if you're listening here, I'm just going to send you some loving energy into your ears, and it will go down into your heart. And I know that it is received. This is from me, so now you carry this of mine. And it's impossible to deplete yourself. You can continually give, and you don't have to, pass away to be able to give energy to other people. Okay, now it's bringing me back to this original flower, and it's showing the sun shining on the flower, and the life of the flower, like how it, first sprouted up, grew, and then eventually, the bud comes on there, and then eventually the flower is there, and it's wanting me to go back even farther. Okay, so now it's taking me down into the ground, and I'm a seed. I'm seeing the seed, and I'm seeing it begin to sprout, because the ground, is moist. There's water that is getting down there, and it's, creating this perfect environment for the energy from it to emerge. Tell me even more. It's saying, where did this seed come from? And now I'm not seeing a person planting it. At first, that was the original thought that came in, but it's like, no, where did the seed come from? Ooh. Now I'm getting zoomed out. I'm going way out into the universe, and it's like there's a being, and it's being humanized right now, but it's actually just the energy of pure divine love. And because this divine love is all things, what it is mostly is so beautiful. And so it thought, how can I express myself here on this planet in a beautiful way? And it thought, well, colors, but this, even the thought of colors was newness at that time. It was something existed, but all things came and then were created from that. And so colors came in, and thought, oh, these colors, oh, they're so beautiful. And then smells came in, and textures, touch came in. Oh, and the divine wondered, how could I assemble these things together in such a brilliant and beautiful way as to be able to allow people's eyes, without smelling or touching or tasting or any of the things, to comprehend the beautiful nature of what it is that I want to give them. And then flowers were created, and there was no original actual seed, right? The seed was consciousness. It was the thought, and then the spoken word. Oh, make these beautiful flowers for all the people that I love to enjoy. So this is expressing how we have got so used to this material world, and we think we need actual seeds to manifest things, to grow a garden, but we don't. We don't need these any longer. When we understand the universal laws and principles and how they truly work, we can use mind, because mind is the seed. It is the seed. It is the seed. They want me to say this like 1,700 times. The mind is the seed. The mind is the seed. The mind is the seed. Okay. Where are we going beyond this? Okay, and now I'm seeing somebody's ear, and they have piercings in their ear. And they're hearing Oh, they're hearing the sound of the flowers. It's as if the flowers are singing to them some kind of sweet song. Okay, so this person cannot see, cannot smell, cannot taste, but they can hear. And so in this way, even if we did not have those senses available to us, then the beauty of the flowers will come through to us in a different and beautiful way, because there is no one, there's nobody that won't be exposed to the beauty of creation, no matter how they were designed, because they were designed perfectly. And then this is just taking me to, you guys know, like Alice in Wonderland, when the flowers are singing to her in the garden, it's showing that. And she's a part of it, right? She's not separate from it, but a part of it, in it. This is the universe. You are not separate from it. You are a part of it. You are in it. You're home. You're here on this earth. Okay. Vision over. So now my eyes are open, and I don't quite remember what was said. But I'm just supposed to speak and tell you that I will be speaking in these parables more often, because they're beautiful and they're open for the interpretation of that person's level of consciousness and frequency and vibration that they emit. And that when you listen to it now, if you were to come back in 5, 6 years, 7 years, listen to it, it will hold a very different meaning for you at that time, depending on where you're at. And this is equal to the parables also in the Bible. You know, sometimes we take the original interpretation that we were told to us or that were given to us, but if we contemplate and we meditate on them, then they will hold and have different meanings for us, depending on where we're at in this life's journey. So this is what I have for you guys here today. We have been super swamped here in Sedona. I have so many wonderful, amazing things going on. However, it really is taking lots of my time. So I would love to get these out to you guys every day. I'm going to really, try to make that happen. We have so much more content on the Cosmic Christ Force page here on YouTube. So if you don't already follow me on there, you can go over and pop on there, and you can see all kinds of messages and insights that come through in these circles. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for being here, my darlings, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.